Hey everyone, I wanted to get on here and talk to you about a topic that's been coming up a lot lately, especially in the middle of this pandemic, which is over leveraging. Now, you know that all of my social media accounts are called Leverage Everything in Life, and I do truly believe in leveraging everything in life, especially when it comes to real estate investing, because one property can help set your families up for generations to come. However, over leveraging is definitely a factor that a lot of real estate investors right now are figuring out that they've put themselves in this predicament. Now, there's a lot of tenants out there that are not able to pay their rent anymore because either they've lost their jobs or they just decided to not pay because they know that they won't get evicted for a few months due to some of the government regulations that have been put in place. And unfortunately, for a lot of investors, when tenants can't pay their rent, that means that those investors are not able to pay their mortgages. But to me, it really means that as an investor, you've pretty much over leveraged. Now, for me personally, I'm a conservative investor and I look at numbers very carefully when I get into real estate investing. And I usually like to have at least about a 3 to 6 month emergency fund if I have a tenant that is not able to pay rent or I get a vacancy out of the blue. That 3 to 6 months allows me to be able to pay my mortgage without even having to worry about the fact that I don't have a tenant in place. Now, the other part of that is that a lot of investors that have figured out that they have over leverage have asked their banks to allow them to have a deferment or forbearance. And that's an opportunity that a lot of investors have taken advantage of right now. And by all means, if that is your last resort, then you should take advantage of it. But you have to remember that it's still a debt. Don't use it as a crutch. It's a debt. And either it's a debt that you're going to pay that's going to be tacked on to the end of your loan amount, and which means that it's going to take even longer to pay off that mortgage, or it's a debt that's going to have to be paid over time. Either way, it's a debt, and that's just something that you don't want to keep incurring because it's going to prevent you from being able to invest in any other real estate investments. Or even if you're looking to refinance, banks don't want to see that you already have a deferment or a forbearance. They're not going to want to give you more money when they realize that you can't even pay the loan amounts that you have in place right now. So just take all of that into consideration when you're looking at getting into real estate investing. It's not as easy as it seems. It's not as glitzy and glamorous as sometimes we all make it out to be, but it can be. And so it's just important that you run those numbers and make sure that you set yourself up for success. Okay? Take care.